Yeah, we're rolling.
Minnie. Oh, John. Nelson. Or Chris. So how this game is going to work is we are going to get 3 suggestions for 3 actions, and then we're going to replace parts of those actions with weird things that don't really belong. So could I get a suggestion for some action starting with S? Skipping. Good. Okay. So when you're skipping, you might be using a jump rope. Instead of skipping rope, what are you skipping?
Pizza.
Pizza. Okay, so our jump rope is going to turn into pizza. Instead of wearing tennis shoes on your feet, what are you wearing now?
Rollerblades.
Let's get it a little bit further away from you. Let's make it hard. So instead of tennis shoes,
Ice cream.
okay, he's wearing ice cream on his feet. And instead of tripping over a crack in the ground while you're skipping, what do you trip over? Cheese. We're on a big food kick right now. All right, let's do an action for G. Let's put these out of order so he's a little bit thrown off. So an action for G.
Graduate.
Graduate. I love that. When you graduate, you often wear a robe. Instead of a robe, what are you wearing?
Cats.
Cats. Big pile of cats. Instead of tossing your cap in the air, what do you toss?
Magic beans.
Magic beans. I love it. And instead of hearing music as you walk down the aisle, what are you hearing instead?
Explosion.
Explosions! Perfect. All right, last but not least, let's get a suggestion for P. What's an action we can do for P? Poking. All right, so instead of poking with a stick, what are you poking with?
Soccer ball.
Poking with a soccer ball. All right, instead of poking a bear, what are you poking? The Sears Tower. Or the Willis Tower. And instead of being filled with mischief, what are you filled with? Make some really harsh.
Skills.
You're filled with skills. All right, would you run us through each of those things? And
Okay, so you're skipping, but instead of skipping with a jump.
wait! Go away! Go! He's cheating, people. All right, go ahead.
Instead of skipping with a jump rope, you are skipping with pizza. Instead of wearing shoes, you are wearing ice cream. And then instead of tripping on a crack, you're tripping on cheese. In graduating, you are graduating with cats instead of a robe. You are tossing a beans instead of your cap, and you hear explosions. For poking, you are poking with a soccer ball, you are poking a Sears tower, and you are filled with Skittles.
Alright, now the trick to this game is we are not allowed to use any English words. We're only allowed to speak in gibberish and mime these clues to Christopher. So this is going to be quite hard. Bring him out, please! Let's bring him out. Alright, Chris, get up here. You only have a minute to do this first one. Are you ready?
I say no, are you going to let me get ready?
No!
All right,
No! Take it.
Yeah, I did. So I am jumping rope instead of a jump rope. I have pizzas instead of shoes. I have an ice cream cone, and instead of tripping on a crack in the sidewalk, I am tripping over Limburger cheese.
40 seconds to get this. But now you're filled with Skittles.
What's in it?
Yay.
Yay, I have a box of yay. Okay.
Alright, look, you know, I know you think you have mad rapping skills, but you're not gonna be like Yayo, okay? Look, alright, just try it again. Take it from the beginning. Let me hear what you got.
Yeah, I'm awesome. Yeah, I'm really cool.
New choice!
Yeah, I'm terrible. Yeah, I'm not that great. Yeah, my name isn't Yay. Yeah, I live on a plate.
Oh!
Yeah,
On a plate?
yeah, I live on a plate. That's my name to live on. Okay, okay, just give me a second. Okay,
What's going on here? Oh, you need a little ooh-wee.
What
New
is
choice. You need a little hey, huh?
New choice.
So, okay, look, what the hell? You have a drug problem? Are you Ray Charles now?
I thought that was just part of my persona. Is that I should? It's not actually drugs. It's just it's powdered sugar. New choice. It's not really drugs. It's just baby powder that's laced with some botanicals like rosemary that got over. New choice. It's actually drugs, but it's light drugs, and I'm pretty sure they cut it. I asked the dealer to cut it like a lot, so I'm just gonna step my way up.
Well, it's good that you're taking baby steps. You want to build this up big, all right? Do you want to make it or not?
That's why I'm here. New choice. This. You think I have to do harder drugs if I want to make it bigger?
Insane hard drugs, like we don't even know what day it is. Your brain is fried and dead.
That's 2 years later.
New choice background music. New choice. What month is your birthday? May. It's the 5th month.
Alright. What is your favorite number between 1 and 10?
4.
4.
Alright, could we please get a suggestion for things that you found in your basement that are weird?
Radar.
Radar. Thank you. Sir, the radar seems to be malfunctioning today, sir.
Ma'am, please stop doing that.
Please stop doing that.
But sir, I need your expertise on this.
Every Tuesday, you come here. You come here with this bullshit.
Bullshit, he said. Bullshit.
Is the robot messing up our radar again?
Oh, no, he didn't.
You blame the robot? Really?
I blame you, sir. I blame your negligence.
You forget who built her.
If only I could give you the blue screen.
Be nice. She's sensitive, man.
Scientist Steve, this will not stand. Not here.
You don't like me.
No, I don't like you. I never have.
Roberta, I can hear it coming.
You can hear the missile
a line in the middle of a scene.
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you?
What's the matter, Gerald? You don't like the way I've done up the apartment?
Reverse.
What's the matter, Gerald? You don't like the way I've done up the apartment?
How dare you? You did all of this?
Welcome home, Gerald. Can I get you some tea?
Forward.
Welcome home, Gerald. Can I get you some tea?
You did all of this? How dare you?
What's the matter, Gerald? You don't like what I've done with the apartment?
Like it? Was my mother-in-law here?
Your mother-in-law may very well have been in here. Gladys is a very influential person in my life. You never asked about the tea. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You never asked about the tea.
Was my mother-in-law here?
You like what I've done with the apartment, Gerald?
How dare you? Decorating here.
Welcome home, Gerald.
Why the hell doesn't my key work?
Oh, I should hide. I should hide now. We'll know it was me.
Go ahead. I think we have company.
Is that the door I hear?
Forward.
Is that the door I hear?
I think we have company.
I should hide. I should hide now. We'll know it was me.
Why the hell doesn't my key work?
Welcome home, Gerald.
You decorated in here? How dare you?
How do you like what I've done with the apartment, Gerald?
It's terrible. Plenty my mother-in-law was in here.
Your mother-in-law may have been here. Gladys has been very influential in my life. You never asked about the tea. I mean, you know what I mean. Do you want some tea?
Gerald, are you saying you don't like my decorating? Is that what you're saying? Because yes, I did it. I did it and I don't regret it. These pink draperies, this robin's egg blue closet door, these cat head busts, these cat head busts, this robin's egg blue closet door, these pink drapes. Are you saying you don't like the way that I've decorated your apartment?
Forward.
Are you saying you don't like the way I decorated your apartment? These pink drapes, this robin's egg blue closet, these cat head statues. You know I love cat head statues.
Listen, Gerald. We know the divorce isn't going terribly well, and we just wanted to remind you of the fact that these things are part of your life. It is part of your family you married into to have bad taste in furniture. Walk outside forgetting that you're not wearing any socks. To make obscene gestures at drivers after you made an error in driving.
Reverse.
To make obscene gestures at drivers when you know you made an error in driving. To walk outside knowing that you don't have any socks. To have poor taste in furniture. These are things that are ingrained into the family that you married into.
Forward.
These are things that you know you are ingrained in the family that you married into. Having poor taste in furniture. Going outside knowing that you're not wearing any socks. Making obscene gestures at drivers after you made a driving error. These are things that you once found charming in Gladys's daughter, and now we're bringing them back to you.
It was an arranged marriage. I had no choice.
But what a poor arrangement it was, Gerald.
And C.
Alright, the next game is going to require one of you fine audience members, and you will be justly rewarded for your participation. We have a shirt for the person who would like to play three-headed expert with us. All you are going to do is stand between one of these improvisers, any one of us, and
Talk.
Us.
yeah, you're going to speak one word at a time.
asparagus.